Today, my best friend forever, I have something in my hand that you will not only like, you will love. You may even say to yourself, that's real nice. Welcome to the Tool Review Zone channel, my friends, where I bring you cool tools all the time. And this is not technically a tool, but it's cool. But it doesn't really matter who you are. I guarantee you're probably gonna love this thing, and I'll tell you why. Now, a lot of us go to events. I have a girl that's in soccer and she plays on 2 teams, and I am constantly at the soccer field. Well, let me show you sort of what happens. In the north, you always have cold bleachers in the fall. And that's not good for your back or your ace. Now, I like to sit at the very top of the bleachers. Why? Well, it gives people a better view. We love you, TRZ. We're here to see you, not our kids play. You're the best, TRZ. I love you, TRZ. But even with all the praise, my friends, I still end up in pain. My back always starts hurting. And even though I usually have the other parents carry me off the field, well, this, my friends, is not something I want to deal with all the time. This is commonly known as pain in the ace syndrome. And the worst part about the pain in the ace syndrome is I take it out on the ones I love, my family, and even the bleachers. And well, that's where this comes in. You see, my friend, this is new Ryobi, not Ryobi, ace cushion. So if you camp, fish, hunt, go to baseball games, football games, soccer games, softball games, bowling games, tailgates, get-togethers, campfires, pool parties. Anyway, you get the point. So let me show you how this works. So the first way it works is, well, it's a cushion. So it's going to protect your ace from hard surfaces. It's definitely cushy. So the fabrica that this is made out of, you can squish it and it'll return. I've noticed it also has like a water resistance, so if you get this thing wet, you don't have to worry about it. But the cool part about it comes in this little pouch right here. Let me open this up right here. Look at it. And of course, this is where my audio died, so I guess I gotta overdub this thing. If my words don't match up with my face, well, I apologize. You're gonna get 2 batteries with this, 4 volt. Now, these are relatively cheap, and they're gonna go in the case. Now, what's cool about this case is it's gonna protect these batteries from the agua. That's Spanish for water. But you can charge them up with the C port, or you can buy, it's like a multi-charger where it charges sequentially, one at a time, but it might be a little bit easier for you. There is one negative about this I'll talk about here in a bit. But anyway, this thing is like water resistant, so you don't have to worry about the agua getting inside here and damaging your batteries during the wet, the cold, the damp, the frost, whatever. So I like it. Now, there is a C port on the bottom of this thing. You can charge your phones with this if you wanted to. However, you can't do 2 things at the same time. You can't charge your phone with this while you were using it to heat your cushion. The other thing is you can't charge this up using a C port, which is kind of a bummer. I gotta be honest with you, this overdubbing with my mouth going is really screwing me up, man. All right, so how this works is you're gonna plug this in and it's going to heat up. Wait a minute, that's what I did. I accidentally tasted the seat. I forgot I had my ace on that seat. That's why, I remember that now. All right, so anyway, you put that in the little pouch, right? Yeah. And so now your battery is protected and it's ready to go. And what I mean by ready to go, well, let me show you. You push that little button and it turns red. It starts pulsating, saying it's heating up. See that wordplay is really something funny, my friends. All right, so here's what's going to happen. If you think this thing's going to heat up like super quick, it's not. It's going to take about 5 to 6 minutes for this thing to get fully heated. So you're going to feel it's going to be a little bit warm on the tush, and a little warm on the tush, a little warmer on the tush, and you're just waiting for it to warm up. And then after about 6 months, you're like, wow, my tush is really warm. So what I would suggest is to actually, I can't do this. I hate it. Nothing's matching up. Anyway, you got to wait about 5-6 minutes before this thing heats up. So I would heat this thing up on the way to the bleachers or your tree stand or your deer stand or whatever. And you're saying to yourself, Clint, why didn't you charge the batteries for your audio equipment before you made this video? Because I'm extremely lazy, my friend. All right, anyway, the heat on here, you get a high, medium, low, and this is what I'm talking about here. The internal temp gets to 150 degrees, medium is 130 degree, and low is 110 degree. And you're gonna see the changes. So if I go to orange, that's medium, low on white. Hold it down, it's going to be off, but back to red if you wanted to. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we're going to do a scientific test for this. I don't think that's what I'm saying in this clip, but we are going to do a scientific test. I will tell you that the seat is pretty firm. It feels really good on the buttocks and on the back, but let's see what happens when I heat this thing up. Now I got my Ryobi, not Ryobi heat tool. I can't say the word because YouTube sucks. But anyway, so I'm gonna show you the temperature. Now it's about 71 degrees outside, and the temp on the cushion, I have two of them. This one here came in around 72 degrees on the left. I do not have this on. I didn't have it on all day. There are, I guess, heating elements in here, so you're gonna get different readings on different parts of the Ace cushion. But once you sit down on it, it'll stop that heat from radiating out, and it'll evenly warm your Ace. Now on the other cushion, I had this on for about 6-7 minutes. You can see it's no longer pulsating red, and my Ace is ready to be warmed up. You're looking at 94 degrees. And again, different temperatures in different areas, but once you sit down, it'll even that out. So what's nice about this is in the cold and in the wet and all that stuff, and you're sitting on the slush. Well, what's going to happen is that'll retain the heat in that cushion, and you don't have to worry about that thing dropping down to like 40 degrees, 50 degrees. It's going to keep your Ace nice and toasty. So again, just a quick video on showing you these things. There are other ones out there on the market, but they're not from major tool brands that people have the 4 amp hour batteries. And they're really expanding the 4 amp hour batteries. So I'm happy about that. And again, this is going with me everywhere I go that I'm sitting on a bleacher or something hard or cold, because I gotta be honest with you. I don't like my back hurting. I don't like my Ace hurting. That cold Ace syndrome, it ain't good. Now, with all the positives, again, the biggest negative that I have for this cushion is that I wish you could charge those batteries with the C port in the little kit, that little case, but you can't do that. You can charge your phone. It's not going to be the fastest charger on the face of the planet, but if you're in dire needs, you're sitting up there in a tree stand and such, well, you're going to be able to do that. However, I think this is really cool. It doesn't have a back rest to it or anything like that. It's just a regular cushion. You got the little hand, you carry it around with you and such, but I think it's pretty cool. Let me know what you think in that sweet comment section below. We'll be back with more videos soon.